These are the two door cards for a Lancer. On the left is the 2017 Black Edition. On the right is a Evo 10 December 2008 model version. And everything on the passenger side works. The plug works fine. But on the driver's side, only this white plug connects in to the Evo 10. It may be different on newer models of Evo 10, but at least on the 08 and possibly 09, this plug is different to the Black Edition's plug there. So as you can see, the white plug is the same, but the black plug is different. The plug from the wiring harness in the Evo won't connect into there, so you've got no choice but to actually remove the control box for the windows and swapping it over, swapping the Evo 10 one onto the Black Edition door card. In order to remove the control box, you have to undo 1, 2, 3, which allows you to remove that. Then underneath the control box, you have one screw, second screw, which is a lot easier when this is removed, but then there's a difficult one to get to down here. What I did to get this out easily is I gently just used some pliers to bend back this tab to save me from having to remove everything, because I don't want to undo these clips. So this can't come off unless you bend all these clips, and the worst thing I want is to break that clip and then have a rattle every time I close the door, especially because it's the Australian driver's side. So I've been able to keep that intact. I've simply just tried to remove some of the screws here. I think it was just this one and this one, I think it was. No, just this one. But then decided against it when I saw how tight this is from factory, and I don't want to stuff that up. So by bending this tab back a bit, I was able to get a fairly thin screwdriver handle in there. Probably better if you had a stubby one which didn't have quite a chunky handle to get in there and undo that. Once you undo that screw, this thing simply just gently lifts out like that. So now I'll try the swap and see how it goes. Okay, so we're looking at the Black Edition one now, and it was a little bit harder to actually remove the screw from this mount here, because on the Black Edition, this mount points down more towards this screw. So yeah, it can come out, but it's a little bit harder. So back to back, just having a look at these, so you've got an idea of why you have to do this. These plugs, as you can see, are very different. This is the Evo one here. You can't fit the Evo one in this one because there is a vertical slot there, and also it's missing 2 pins right in the middle. So I turn these over. Black Edition's on the left. The same there. So you're doing this all because of a plug. So now I take the Evo control box, and you've got to put this side in first, and I can see that that is going to screw in nicely. Alright, so yes, it was quite a muck around to get that screw in, but it went in, and I was able to fold back the tab so I could screw this one down. So it doesn't have any movement now, so reverse order, put this one in first, screw it in, then this one, and then bend this tab back to screw this one down. Then put the 3 screws for this, and it should work. Okay, so here it is with the 1, 2, 3 screws back in. And I'll now be able to connect it up and check that it works fine. Just before I go, I've just double checked that there is 6 pins. 6 pins. Hard to see on the video there, but there are 6 pins. And they match the 6 pins that are on the Evo plug. So that does plug in, but just in case there is something different about it, I will plug it in, make sure it works to confirm. Alright, so I've just fitted the 2017 Black Edition door trim to the car. I'm now going to put the ignition on. So just unusual. One thing I noticed between the Evo and the Black Edition is that, I'm not sure if this is for the base model as well, around 2008, but the Evo has a cap over the screw to make it look nice, whereas the Black Edition did not. It just had a uncovered screw. Other than that, it has the usual screw that goes in here, a screw that goes in here, and then it's just got a plastic cap, and then there is a tiny little cap here that just goes over that screw. The plug, as I was saying, for the Evo 10 fits into the Black Edition mirror controls fine. This is the actual control unit that had to be swapped out. So this is the Evo 10 control unit inside the Black Edition door trim. So the first thing I'm going to do is just confirm that the auto down button works. Fantastic. I can't do the left one because the left door card's not in there, but I have connected it just before this video just to check that it was working, and it was. But rear right, rear left, that's great. So that all works. Now let's just try the mirror control. Yep, definitely working. And then going to left. So I expect that will work because that's not changed at all. All right, so the passenger side door trim is in. Looks really nice. It does look nicer than the all black. I actually used to quite like the all black interior in the car, but it's nice because it's dark, you can drive and sort of not be seen in a car. It's quite a stealthy look if you've got a tinted front windscreen. In terms of the rear door cards, they look the same as any other previous version. So